Remember when ex-Toto lead singer Bobby Kimball ran into Toto's Steve Lukather at NAMM this year? Well, Bobby Kimball gives his side of that story. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. It was fun to talk, and on Skype that is, with the original lead singer of Toto, Bobby Kimball, who has nothing but love when he comes to talking about any former member or current member of Toto. They ran into each other thanks to Bobby Kimball's producer and co-writer, John Zaka. He found out that Luke was at NAMM. He's there with Bobby. So he basically gets them together, takes some pictures, they shake hands, give hugs, and everything seemed really, really good. And we asked Bobby Kimball about that meeting and about his relationship with Steve Lukather.
Actually, I haven't seen Steve in 7 or 8 years. And it's just not seeing someone that you care about for a very long time. And, actually there were a lot of people that were big fans of his that, they were saying some bad things about me.
Yeah.
But, Steve told me when I saw him at the NAMM show, I told him, I gave him a big hug and I said, I love you. And he said, I love you too, brother. Yeah. And that was super fun for me. I can't tell you how great it was.
Well, I as I told you the first time I talked to you, there's I don't know anyone who doesn't want a universe where Bobby Kimball and Steve Lukather are enemies. I think there are some troublemakers in every group, but I don't think people want you guys to be, hey!
We weren't enemies.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Look at your face.
Now, I have a video a friend sent me that Steve. Actually, this picture came up first on the video, and then Steve started talking on the microphone. They asked him about me, and he said, "Dog, love him." Yeah. And that was so fantastic. It was great to see Steve because I just, I care so much about the way he plays. We were the beginning in Toto. I remember the very first night. I have, oh my God, down on the floor next to me, I have this huge, it's a CD player and a double cassette recorder and everything. Well, I had it in 1977, when Toto was in, the 6 members of Toto were in the same room at the very, very first time jamming. Well, I was 29 years old, okay?
Were you were? I just did a thing on the ages of all the members on the best of Toto.
I'm going to tell you, Steve Lukather at the time was 19.
Yeah.
I'm 10 years older than he is. And my God, when I heard him playing that, we did a little bit, just, they weren't songs, but we did a little bit of Hold the Line. Mm-hmm. We did a little jam on Girl Goodbye and a couple of other songs. But the solo in the middle of that jam of Girl Goodbye, my God, it was one of the best guitar things I have ever heard in my life. And I constantly told Steve, this is the best, buddy. I said, when we record that song, you should take this cassette and do the same solo on there. He didn't, but oh my God, to me, the solo on that first jam when he was 19 is better than the solo on the first Toto album.
We're going to have a lot more from Bobby Kimball talking about the old Toto stuff and his brand new album, which is going to be released on Cleopatra Records in the U.S. on March 31st. It's called We're Not in Kansas Anymore. I'll also be doing a review on the album. It's his best solo album yet. Just when you think, it's just like Toto, just when you think that they're going to downshift a little bit and kind of coast, because they've been doing what they do for so many years, Toto releases Toto 14 a couple of years ago. One of their best albums in years. And I think this is Bobby's best album as well. So everyone's happy. I'm glad they're shaking hands. I'm glad they're getting along. As I told Bobby in the interview, I don't think anybody, unless you're a jerk, I don't think anybody wants them to fight. People want them to get along. And of course, I've reported this, but Toto's working on a big 40th anniversary album. They've unearthed some tracks, 4 or 5 tracks in the studio that they're going to finish that they had in the vaults. Looks like Jeff Porcaro will probably be on some of those songs. And we're going to talk to Steve Lukather a little later on and get some updates. Steve, you promised me some interviews. Anyway, we're going to be talking to him a little later on. We want to know what's happening with the Toto album as well. So it's so exciting. Toto doing shows, really, a few this year, and mostly festival shows. And of course, a big tour the following year. So it's a good time to be a Toto fan. I'm John Beaudin. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, share our videos, and comment on our videos. This is Rock History Music.